It is Monday, the 17th of May. This is the third step out of the lockdown, according to Boris's Road to Freedom. And I've not been doing much practical work on my bike in the last month because I've been doing a lot of research and filling my retirement time with all my other hobbies and responsibilities and duties. But what I have done is become an expert in polishing. I've done these two hubs. I bought this brake lever and fulcrum, 25 quid off eBay. Lady nearly sent it to a campsite in Cornwall that I stayed at last year, and I forgot to change my address on eBay. Bought this plug and but that's needed, that was missing, so that's all done. I've polished up these two hubs as much as I'm going to do for now. I've looked into the cost of getting them metal plated, but 75 quid each. I don't think I'm going to bother for now. I'm going to put the bike together and see what it looks like. I went over to my mate Pete and he gave me that, which he should have given me in the first place. It belongs to the bike, but it's all part of the oil tank which sits in the frame. And I've been stripping down and putting back together the forks. Found that the springs in the forks were missing, so I went to my mate Pete and said, "Where's my springs?" He's now given me 5 springs. Thankfully I only need 2. These are the push rods that go inside the taper to increase the damping as the forks go down, but this one is pretty pitted, so I'm going to get a new one of those. I also discovered that these brackets are not what they should be. They might belong to an older model, but I need to get some different brackets there to get my, either that or get myself a bigger headlight mount, because this is too small. It flaps around, so that's another little job. Bought a downpipe just now off Peter, and that all seems to fit okay. The only problem is the mudguard that I got with the bike, the front mudguard, doesn't actually fit between the forks. Not a good look. So this isn't the mudguard, so I need to get myself a mudguard that fits. And I've been looking at the price of, I was going to get these wheels chromed, but they are so pitted in here, they could be a danger. And also the price of chroming for 2 wheels is 360 quid. It's about 150 quid each plus VAT. And you can buy these new for 80 quid each. And the guy who's going to do the chroming said that he can't, in the actual, between the spoke holes, the chroming will only be dull, so I'll be paying a lot of money for an imperfect job. So I've decided to swallow my pride about having the bike as original as possible and buy brand new rims. Yeah, what else? Yeah, bushes for forks, need a new one of those, broken off, and nuts and bolts. But it's like going 3 steps forward and 2 steps back, but the general direction is forward. But I bought a bike in bits for a cheap price, so if I'd bought the bike complete, it would have been double what I paid for it. So I have to accept that I have to have the technical challenge of finding all the missing bits and replacing bits that don't fit. But if I wasn't doing this, I'd just be sitting watching daytime television, so it keeps me busy. It is Friday the 21st of May, and I've been out shopping to a great shop in Christchurch called BritBix, and it's like going into an Aladdin's cave for British motorcycles. It's just, you could spend a fortune in there, but I actually spent 50 quid. So I bought all the bearings I need for my hubs, so they're going to go in there at some stage. and I bought bushes for my forks. I've got bushes, but I've decided that probably best to put brand new ones in and not have any clearance. But the biggest thing I've discovered is the reason why my fork brackets, these for mounting the headlight, are different than in the manual. And the reason why my frame has got a bend in it like that. I'm not going to sort out this bend now. I'm going to leave it as it is and just put a wedge-shaped washer in there so it makes my rear left footrest horizontal. But the discovery I made is that some BSA C15s were scramblers, and you know, very much abused, and they have got this type of headlight. So I think this bike has been used as a scrambler, which is why it's got a big bend here. And you can't see an engine, but the other side of this engine cover has got all scratches and scores on it, as if it's been sliding down a gravel path on its side, which is what scramblers do. So I'm not going to restore it as a scrambler. I want to restore it as a road bike. But it's going to be a hybrid. I'll probably end up keeping this bracket arrangement. Might not, don't know. I'm thinking about it. But I've got to see what sort of headlight I can buy to fit in there. Because this one, which looks like an old 1940s gas mask, it just doesn't fit. Decisions. Even more evidence that this is an ex-scrambler bike is that I've got the fork out here, and I put it on a straight edge, and there's a gap which is showing that the fork is slightly bent. Now the book says if the gap is more than 5/32 of an inch, scrap the fork. But if it's less than that, then you can bend it by hitting it with a hammer. So what I'm doing is putting it on this set of blocks now, and I'm hitting it in the middle to take the bend out of it. Seems to be working. Just got a few more goes to get it straight as a die.